Hi, FlossTube friends. This is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Tuesday, October 10th at approximately 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time, coming to you a little bit late and a little bit past due for my weekly update that I was intending to upload last Thursday before the retreat. But I am coming to you today with kind of a bit of a long video. I had recorded a video last Tuesday or last Sunday, a week ago Sunday on the 1st, showing you a small that I had stitched for the small retreat and just kind of giving you a little bit of an update pre-retreat. So I am coming to you today with the actual kind of retreat wrap up. Since I didn't get to do this last Thursday before I left, I'm doing it today to show you my update. So this is going to be a little bit of a long video. Thank you very much for stopping in. If you're new to my channel, this is my YouTube channel where I talk about cross stitch, crafts, other things I like to do, including possibly ghost hunting. You'll see a little bit of that in my video today, thanks to the retreat location, and also just things in general that happen with me. So hopefully, if you're new, you'll find something here that will enable you to start something new, to pick up a new hobby, to want to subscribe to my channel, or just sit back and relax and listen as you do other things. If you're a returning watcher, thank you very much for stopping back by. It's always great to spend time with friends. I consider everybody that's here a friend of mine. So welcome. And hopefully you'll find something in this video that will also enable you to maybe go to a new retreat, to try a retreat, to try some stitching, and just to have fun. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much. I really appreciate my time spent here with friends, and especially my good friends, the subscribers that I have. So thank you very much for stopping back by. If you haven't yet subscribed, I encourage you to click the subscription button below and also click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I do upload new content. I have been trying to make it a point to do this every 2 weeks on Thursdays. This Thursday, Mom and I just happen to be going to play bingo. So yeah, I'm trying to get this done tonight because tomorrow night my husband and I will also be going out to friend's house to play some games. So we're looking forward to that. Either that or they're coming over here. Either way, Wednesday night is game night for us. Anyway, so this past weekend, Mom and I went up to Warren, Ohio, or Niles, Ohio, to the Fall in Stitching Retreat that was hosted by Deb and also the Western PA Eastern Ohio Stitchers Facebook group. They have a retreat twice a year. They have one in the spring and one in the fall, and this was their fall get together. They had it at the Holiday Inn Express in Niles or Warren, Ohio, and it was a really nice time. There was about 40 registered attendees. That's really the maximum they take, just for giving everybody enough room to stitch in the stitching room and whatnot. The nice thing about this retreat is the cost of the retreat is kept relatively low because no food is involved, no hotel is involved. All your food and all your hotel is on your own dime, so it's separate from the retreat. The only cost to you is the cost of the stitching room for the weekend, and they divide that over all the attendees. So it's relatively, the actual retreat cost ends up only being about $20, $25 when all is said and done, give or take. So it's really nice. It was a really nice retreat. Mom and I got off the wait list, and we paid our invoice, and so we decided to go this time to try something new. So hopefully we'll consider going to the spring one coming up in April next year. Depends on when Camp Gotta Stitch is scheduled. It's slated for sometime in June. They haven't set a date for that yet, but hopefully we'll know sometime soon. And also whether or not the Stitching in the Springs retreat happens again in March. Anyway, so I have a little bit of a retreat recap and kind of a stitchy update for you. So as I mentioned earlier, a week ago Sunday, I had recorded a video showing you my Smalls Exchange piece that I had stitched and fully finished. So I will go ahead right now and just go ahead and insert that video and a couple of the pictures before the retreat here. Hi FlossTube friends, this is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Sunday, October 1st. It's sometime after 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'm coming to you today in my craft room. So this is our craft room. So I'm just spinning around in my chair. I don't do a lot in my craft room other than like finishing things, and there's some other stuff over there. It's a mess in here. But anyway, sorry about that. But anyway, I don't record a lot in here because I don't have a laptop up here. I could use my phone, but I just don't record a lot of videos up here. But I do have something I need to share. So if you watched my latest installment last week, Mom and I, this coming weekend, October 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, Mom and I are traveling to Warren, Ohio, up near Youngstown, for the Fall in Stitching Retreat hosted by the Western PA and Eastern Ohio Stitchers Facebook group. And this is our first time going to the retreat up there. We're looking forward to it. And they put out a post like a week or two ago. God, I really need to cut my hair again. But anyway, and I also need to dye my hair because it's seriously lacking in the dye. But anyway, I've been in that group for over a year, and they host different weekend retreats throughout the year. They have 2 or 3 a year, and they also have kind of monthly get-togethers kind of up near the Youngstown, Warren, Ohio area, Western Pennsylvania area. They host get-togethers about every month or so, I think. And my mom and I just haven't made the time to go up there. But I got on the wait list for the retreat and got invoiced for it, and Mom and I decided that we wanted to go. So earlier this year, I had paid for the retreat, and so Mom and I are going. Now, we got information in the retreat about a smalls exchange, and I wasn't going to participate just because, you know, having never been to this retreat before, I just wasn't sure what to make. And, you know, I went to StitchCon, and I made a smalls exchange for StitchCon, but I created my own smalls exchange. But I wasn't going to do a small exchange piece for this retreat, just because I didn't want to have to worry. My stitchy bug has been going kind of in and out for the last couple of months. And in fact, I haven't stitched at all this past week because I've just been busy doing other things and just kind of not really wanting to stitch. You may see my cat Misty. Misty! Hi, Misty! That's our cat, Misty. She's enjoying sitting in the window. But anyway, I wasn't going to do a small for this retreat just because I didn't want to have to commit to trying to finish a piece. But then I found this little itty-bitty free pattern online from Darling and Whimsy. You can go to the Darling and Whimsy website and download their Quirky Quaker Candy Corn pattern. It's really, really cute. So, anyway, I found that, and I was like, you know what? It calls for sulky. I have some sulkies on hand. I had, I think, 3 of the 4 colors. I only needed 1 color, so I ordered that, and it came within 2 days off of Amazon. And I went ahead and stitched a small for the smalls exchange. And yesterday, I had to go to Joann's to get some finishing things for it. I needed some interfacing and some fabric glue and some other stuff to get it. So I took a couple of pictures after I got it sewn together, and I'll probably see if I can do kind of a photo montage of my stitching progress on it. But I don't have any, you know, I was gonna potentially show a video of how I finished it, but I kind of watched Vanna Pfeiffer's The Twisted Stitcher pillow finishing, and also I think the Fat Quarter Shop I think also has one out there, and I used kind of a mishmash of their finishing instructions and they're finishing videos on YouTube to finish off my pillow. But anyway, I kind of wanted to come to you today before we go to the stitching retreat this coming weekend and show you my small. So again, this was a free pattern by Darling and Whimsy. It's called Quirky Quaker Candy Corn, and it was a freebie, I believe, on their website. So here is my printout of it. Quirky Quaker Candy Corn. And I stitched this on, I believe, a piece of 22 count hand-dyed fabric. I don't know who hand-dyed it, and I don't know what color it was hand-dyed, and I don't even know if I hand-dyed it, or I don't even know where I got the fabric from if I didn't hand-dye it. Set up on the wall. Okay, that's just a curtain rod hook thing. It's that black dot right there. Yeah, I thought it might have been a bug. No, it's just a curtain rod little hook thing that's in the wall. And anyway, so I saw this. I thought it was really cute. And I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and stitch that. It took me about 5 days to stitch it in the beginning of September. So I've had this finished since the beginning of September. And I am here today to show it to you. So this is my ornament finish of the Quirky Quaker Candy Corn by Darling and Whimsy. Look at that. Isn't it cute? Yep. Now, in the video, you may be seeing the words on the thing backwards, because I'm not sure if my phone camera will flip it or not. But anyway, so this is the 22 count Hardanger type fabric that it's stitched on. I used 1 strand of sulky floss. There's 4 colors, a yellow, an orange, a white, and a black. And this is the pattern. This is how it's stitched. And then, so at Joann's, a couple weeks ago, I had found the backing fabric for it. I don't remember if I showed you the backing fabric, but this is how I chose to back it. Isn't that cute? It's just candy corn with little shiny, silvery, shimmery swirlies. So it's the Quirky Quaker Candy Corn. And I sewed it into a pillow. You're not going to be able to see it, but over here on this side, you can kind of see a teeny itty bitty bit of the purple thread. This is the edge that I used to turn the pillow inside out and fill it, or right side out and fill it. But this chenille trim that I used here for the hanger, actually this is kind of funny. The chenille trim, you guys, is chenille yarn. It's called Just Chenille, Premier Just Chenille. I got this at the Dollar Tree, you guys. $1.25 tree. So this is the Premier Just Chenille. I have this in white and black. And actually, it is really quite nice. I actually really like working on it. But I used Aleene's Fabric Fusion glue on this. So it is the Aleene's Fabric Fusion glue pen. I got this last night to finish it. And I'm using the or the SF101 interfacing. I used it on both the stitched piece and the fabric, the interfacing, the backing fabric. And this is going to be my small for the retreat this weekend. So I just kind of wanted to show this to you guys. And I just kind of made a loop at the top with the chenille as well. And I did sew the pillow ornament together using my sewing machine on a straight stitch in I have like a kind of a basic Singer or Brother. I have a Kenmore sewing machine that we got from Sears a long time ago. Just basic sewing machine. It does basic things like zigzag and, buttonhole stitches and straight stitches and, a couple other things like that. It's just a basic entry-level $80 or $90 sewing machine. I've probably had it for 20 some years now, and that's all I use. And hand sewed it together using a little bit of a whip stitch across the opening, and I filled it with polyfill, I think is what I used. But the interfacing on the stitching keeps the polyfill filling from coming through, poking through. So it has a little bit of give. I don't know if you can see that. It has a little bit of give, but I didn't stuff it too full, but I stuffed it full enough that it doesn't leave any puckering or anything like that. And the neat thing is you can stick it, kind of in a dough bowl. You can move this to the back and just kind of flop it that way. You can prop it up and stick it in a dough bowl or something. So hopefully the person that gets my small from this retreat this week will enjoy the Quirky Quaker candy corn that I finished. So, yep. I didn't put any weight or anything in this. I think it's got a nice enough weight, and hopefully the loop on the ornament, the loop is big enough for good use. I didn't want a super long loop on it, but yeah, I just kind of glued the chenille around the outside, right along the seam of where the backing fabric and the stitched fabric meet. So this is my small for the Quirky Quaker candy corn for the fall stitch-in retreat in Youngstown, Ohio. Mom and I are going to this weekend. So Mom and I, when we go to these retreats, we take these clip-on lights. So we have these clip-on lights that bend, and they're battery operated. So they bend down, and they have the two buttons here at the top. One is to turn on, and the other is to adjust, I think, the brightness or the type of light that you get. One is to turn them on, one is to adjust. There's three or four different settings. There's a yellow light, a white light, and LED light, and you can do 1, 2, and 3 separately or all of them together, which is super bright. So these originally run on AAA batteries. There's 3 AAA batteries. Well, last year we took these, I believe actually in March, maybe it might have been March. We finally used these at the Stitching in the Springs retreat in March this year. And we were using batteries, and we noticed that within a couple of hours, the lights were going dim. So I went on Amazon and I dug around for a while for these battery replacements. You see the yellow one? This is essentially like 4.5 volts worth, because it comes with the yellow one, which actually supplies the power, and then these 2 green dummy batteries. So we have 2 lights. One, Mom has one and I have one. And I happened to get the battery replacement pack that has one USB thing, because Mom and I have a Halo now, a battery charging pack. We have a Halo, and we're going to be using the lights this way, so we don't have to worry about replacing batteries all the time during the weekend. And we have lights to stitch, and this unfolds, so we just plug this into one USB socket. It will power both of the lights. That's why I got this one, so we could hook it up to our Halo. And I did a test run of these lights when we first got them, plugging them into the USB ports on the Halo. And they ran on the Halo without running the Halo battery down for over 7 hours. And so I think these will be really good handy tool to have for our stitching retreat. So I tonight, because of the cord, I had to take my Dremel tool. You might see this better on the white one. I had to take a Dremel tool tonight, and I had to make this little opening. You see that opening there? I had to Dremel out the plastic to make the opening for the wire. So I did that tonight on both the white one. Actually, you can see that pretty well on the black one too. So I just got done dremeling out the plastic. sections so the wires could sit in the open easily. So that was one of my projects that I did, getting ready for the stitching retreat this weekend. Hopefully that means that these wires will stay not broken and not bent. If you've been kind of watching my YouTube videos too, you also know that recently I've been getting into perler beads, you know, those melting fuse beads that you can buy in big box stores. But I've been getting the mini size beads, the MINI, mini size, which are 2.6 millimeters. The ones that you find most often in the big box stores are the 5 millimeter or the MIDI, MIDI beads. Those are called MIDI beads. The ones I've been buying are the mini, the 2.6 millimeters. So I've had this idea in my head to start using them for, do I have those in here, or did I put them in the other room already? I don't remember. What I might have done with them. I think they're already in the other room. But anyway, so I've had these several ideas to use those patterns and those beads for some cross-stitching accessories. And I came up with kind of a neat idea based on a picture of some acrylic floss drops that I have seen online. And I came up with my own floss drop. So this is an idea that I'd had running, and I spent a night or two this last week kind of putting the patterns together. And when I was working on my cross stitch small for the retreat this weekend, I since I had my iron out, I went ahead and ironed my first batch together. So these are just prototypes of some floss drops that I am creating using mini beads. So this was the first design that I kind of came up with. I'm going to go ahead and use this as, actually I have my pattern board in here. Do you remember last video I showed you my pattern board that I made using this is using one of those canvas boards from the Dollar Tree and some fabric, some, I don't remember, batting and stuff. So this is one of my floss drops. Will it stick? No, it's not going to stick. But anyway, all right, I'm just going to hold this because I think using the board's going to be too big and I'm not going to get it close enough for you. So this is the first floss drop. Let me go ahead and get that. This is the first floss drop that I made. Yes, you can still see the holes, and yes, you can still see through it. I do need to perfect getting these ironed right. So when I taped it on my board to take it off of the pegboard, normally what you're supposed to do if you do the tape method with perler beads, they recommend that you poke holes in the back of the perler beads through the tape so you don't create air pockets when you melt them, because sometimes when you create that air pocket, the air pocket will get hot enough when you're ironing it that it will blow out the back. So this is the back ironed out part. And you can see, especially in the light blue, there's holes there. That is because I did not poke the holes in these before I ironed it. So these are prototypes. These are not for sale. So this is the floss drop. So let me show you. This is one of those cable floss rings. You stick your floss ring through the hoop, so it hangs like that, and then you hang your floss through the big thing. Now I made this one kind of in a darker blue, and I used a lighter blue to make a rectangle there, because on these, I don't have my Sharpie marker in here, but you can use a Sharpie marker and write the DMC color on them. So you can write the DMC color in here. So on the flat side, you know, you'd write the DMC color. And then when you were done with your project, or if you were done using it for that color, you could take your hand sanitizer or rubbing alcohol. Hand sanitizer or rubbing alcohol will take Sharpie marker off of stuff like this. So you can do that. Now, the perler beads, they normally come with this wax paper type stuff that leaves a little bit of a matte finish. You might be able to see this is another floss drop idea that I came up with. This is kind of a just a little hair sticking out of there. I got melted in there. I'm sorry. But anyway, this is kind of like a Pop-Tart. Whoops, it's upside down. This is kind of like a little Pop-Tart. So it's a square version. So you can see here I have a long, thin version. And I have more of a square version. But again, you know, you poke your ring through the hole. You might have to force it just a little bit. And then you hang your floss here. So when you've got it on your ring, that's what it looks like with your floss hanging down. And they are plastic. They do have a little bit of give to them, but they are plastic. They're not acrylic. They're not hard acrylic, and they're also not cardboard. The reason why I made these prototypes is so I could get an idea if 2 bead width down here and the size of the holes would be the right size for being used as floss drops. So this was, I kind of fashioned kind of after a Pop-Tart. Then this was the original square pattern that I have done. So we have the Pop-Tart one, and we have just the square one with the rounded corner. And this one has a slightly bigger hole than this one for the floss. You can see this hole is wider than this hole, but it still has the hole at the top for your thing. So I'm also kind of playing with the size of the holes. And again, because the beads come in so many different colors, you can kind of assimilate. So you can see here, if you can see this little bit of red that's there, I had marked on there the word test to see if I could get the Sharpie off. Now, so the normal side of the perler beads, if you see here, the perler beads have a natural shine to them before they're melted. And normally the melting paper that you have for your melty beads is like parchment paper, and it dulls the finish of the beads when they're melted. So I don't know if you can kind of see, but it's not nearly so shiny. So you see that it's not nearly so shiny as it would be this way. There is a film, an ironing film that I'm going to be ordering hopefully soon that will maintain the sparkly, shimmery, glossy finish of the perler beads once they're on the iron side. So I'm hoping to get some of that, because I'm also wondering, since the red Sharpie, you can see the word test is kind of on there, since the red Sharpie did not fully come off of the matte side of that, I don't know if black Sharpie will do that, or another dark Sharpie, blue Sharpie, whatever. I'm going to hopefully try to keep the shimmery, the shiny bits on the flat side to see if the Sharpie markers will come off a little better. But this is dull. All right, so then I have this pink one that is very similar to the blue. It started off being exact same as the blue. So it started off being this shape, but then I added a little bit of roundness, and instead of a square hole at the bottom, I made it more of a round hole. And you can see there's little blowout holes, air blowout holes in this as well. So this is this side is the iron side, but you can still see the blowout holes. So I know for sure now that I'm gonna have to poke the tape when I pull them off the board before I iron them to get the holes from blowing out. But anyway, so I have this shape, so that's 2 shapes. And the cutest thing of all that I came up with, so you saw my quirky Quaker candy corn thing. I kind of got inspiration from it, and I kind of made my own little shape. And these are probably my favorite right now, and I really like these a lot, you guys. Yes, it's a candy corn floss drop. So again, I have one here that has the floss already on it. So anyway, you stick your thing through just like that. And when you pull it up, here's your floss dangling from it. So that's kind of what it would look like. So it's just a floss drop. The candy corn, I made like 5 or 6 of these. Yeah, I made like 5 or 6 of the candy corn. I made 4 of the candy corns. So I have that one, and then I also, so I have it with the small hole, the original one, and then I enlarged the hole. I'm not really sure which one of these I like better. So we have the candy corn with the small hole, and then we have the candy corn with the large hole. Let's see if I can get them side by side. Not really. It's hard to get them side by side. Oh, it's really hard to get them side by side. But anyway, you get the gist. So these candy corn ones are really cute. And the nice thing is they do have a little bit of flex. I mean, obviously, you know, they do flex a little bit, but they're plastic. They're not going to break, you know, unless something happens. I wouldn't leave them in a car because they might go soft, but they are plastic and whatnot. So, but this is kind of what it looks like the candy corn on the floss drop. So I'm really excited to get to use my prototypes. Hopefully they will serve me well. I haven't decided. I'm probably going to make these up for sale or order. So if you maybe wanted to like place an order for some, I haven't set a price yet because I don't know how much these are really going to cost me. The beads themselves are actually relatively cheap because you get like 1,000 beads for like something like $2 or $3. Definitely, these don't take 1,000 beads. These are roughly an inch. So for the mini beads, the perler or fuse bead mini beads, there's 9 beads per inch. So if you count down this way, I believe there's 12 or 13 from top all the way to bottom. So these are just over an inch. You can kind of get an idea of kind of how big they are. So I will do this for you. So each one of these squares is roughly an inch. So this one is about 1.5 inches. It's about 1.5 inches, just under 1.5 inches. So, and then just under 1.25 inches wide. So anyway, that is one of the ideas that I came up with for using melty beads for cross stitching. So I'm going to be making these floss drops. So if you're interested in ordering, one of the things I'm willing to try is if you find a shape that you think might make for an interesting floss drop, let me know. Send it to me. If you're interested in me trying to make a shape, I can make a shape. There's 100 and some colors in these mini beads. I don't own all of them, but if there's a specific color that you may be looking for, I can try and match it as best I can. And I can probably make a set of these floss drops relatively cheap. I mean, I can't imagine these floss drops would cost more than, I don't know, cost more than $1 each. Not even that. Not even that. I don't know. I don't know what, I don't really even know what floss drop sets are going for, but these are plastic. You can hear them. Yeah, so these are plastic, and yeah, they fit on rings just nicely. I haven't tried them on an actual ring, you know, the split ring that you can get. I haven't tried them on those yet, but I'm sure, you know, the hole's big enough that, yeah. So these are the floss drops that I'm making. Oh, so that is all I have for you tonight. I just wanted to give you a little update on my retreat smalls exchange piece and show you my newest idea for cross stitch accoutrement, and kind of give you the little bit of an update that Mom and I are going to the retreat this coming weekend. I don't know how much stitching I'm going to get to this week. The Myth and Magic Stitch Wars Facebook group is now back up and running as of today. They just started back up. The new season is going. All the teams, I don't remember how many teams there are, but all the teams are currently full. So if you want to join up, you'll be joining up as a villager, and you can still participate. They have some villager related events and stuff going on, but you can participate and stitch for supplies and items that you will gift to the teams along the way. And I am participating as a villager because I did not want to be committed to another team and to be required to stitch a lot. I am in Survival of the Stitch Village with Alara the Stitcher, and she is one of our team leaders. And, you know, like, I didn't stitch at all this week, kind of let the team down. But anyway, yeah. That's why I didn't want to stitch on a team for Myth and Magic Stitch Wars. I just kind of wanted to be a villager so I can kind of stitch what I want, when I want, or not. So that started back up today, October 1st. And I'm going to be participating in that. I'm going to be doing, AB Single wrapped up. I did not finish my AB Single, you guys. I didn't even get a bingo. I didn't finish up hardly anything on it. My wheels fell off the bus, essentially. I think I got 1 or 2 more squares done this week, and that was it. So I'll have that update for you. We have a new month, and so we have new challenges, new books to read, and everything like that. So I don't know. I'm scheduled to do another video update this coming Thursday, because that would be the day I upload. But Mom and I are preparing to go to the stitching retreat in Youngstown, Ohio this weekend. So I don't know how much stitching I'll actually do this week. We have a lot going on. While my mom and I are out in Youngstown, Ohio, my brother-in-law is coming down from Cleveland to help my husband redo our bathroom. Back in March, when Mom and I went to the stitching retreat, we had a soft spot in the tile wall on the big wall in our bathtub area. And my husband decided that he wanted to replace the tile in that area because the grout was cracked and everything like that. So he went out and bought the tile. He went out and bought the grout. And he pulled the old kind of broken tiles that we could push in a little bit right there. And he found out that the cement board that was behind it was completely, basically shattered. And we could see the studs, the wall studs. And we kind of just covered it with shower curtain and taped it really well. And it's been like that. We've had this big hole in our bathroom, our bathtub shower wall, since March. And we finally went and got the new tub cover, essentially the new tub insert, and the new wall surround for our bathroom. So we are kind of remodeling our bathroom this weekend. So my husband's brother is coming down this weekend to help him with that, because my husband's brother is basically does construction and all kinds of stuff like that. And so he's really handy with that. So he's coming down to help Dylan do that. And since Mom and I will be out of the house, so hopefully that'll go really well. The bathtub and shower enclosure are supposed to be delivered tomorrow. And then we've got to go out later this week and pick out the faucets and the shower head and everything like that. The faucet handles and the tub faucet and, you know, all that. We have to pick all that out this week. So anyway, that's big stuff going on in our household this week. So like I said, I don't know how much stitching I'll actually do this week. This might just be a down week, and then I'll catch up on stitching next weekend at the retreat. But I'm hoping to, if I don't get to upload a video this week, you'll get this little snippet, maybe, and maybe I might wait until I get home Sunday night and do kind of a stitch retreat wrap up. I don't know if I'll be doing any recording at the retreat. I might. It's going to be a small retreat. There's, I think, less than 60 people are going to be there. It's going to be a very small retreat. So much like Camp Got a Stitch. It's going to be great. Looking forward to it. Anyway, like I said, I don't know if I'll be getting to any video this week or not. It might be early next week before you'll get it. But anyway, I just wanted to come and show you again my retreat small and my flash drop ideas, and just to kind of say hey and check up with you guys, let you guys know what was going on. I'm not going to show you much any stitching because I really didn't have a whole lot to show you for stitching updates. But hopefully next video I will have some. Oh goodness, I will have some for you. So I'm going to call it here, and take care. Keep your head up and keep moving forward. And we'll see you very soon, all right? Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care. Bye. So hopefully you enjoyed my smalls exchange piece and the video that I included. Again, I'm sorry that this video is a little bit longer, but it is going to have some retreat follow-up for you. So, and I'm also going to give you some stats for September because I have that. I think I have that written down here. Yeah, I have some stats I can share with you for September. So just sit back, relax, grab a drink, grab your stitching, and kind of enjoy. So the fall stitching retreat, Mom and I left Friday morning. I took my husband to work, and then I drove back home. Mom and I packed up the car. It took us 15-20 minutes to pack up the car. I had to drop something off at my husband's work that I forgot to give him, and then we went and got gas, and then we hit the road. It took us just over 2.5 hours to drive up there after stopping at a rest area for a little bit for about a potty break. Took us 2.5 hours. The retreat was up near Youngstown, Ohio, which is kind of east, a little southeast from Cleveland, the Cleveland area. And it was a really nice drive. We had no rain. It was fairly decent weather. It was a little cool, but wasn't too cold. And we had nice traffic. There was not much traffic. And the drive was pretty nice. We rather enjoyed it and just had a good time. Didn't really hit any traffic or construction or anything like that. Didn't come across any accidents. So it was really good. We got to the hotel probably about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We got checked in. They allowed us to check in early, so we unloaded all of our stuff into the room. We had a king suite, so we had one king bed. We had a couch and a table, the coffee table. The couch was a pull-out bed, so it converted into a bed, which was kind of good because I wasn't sure that Mom and I would be able to share the king-size bed. We were only going to be there for 2 nights, so I didn't feel like switching rooms, although in hindsight, I probably should have, because the tub was one of those Whirlpool, really deep set tubs, and the shower was part of the tub, so the shower wasn't separate, and Mom could not get into the tub. The tub hit me about where my hips are. So the tub was a little high even for me, but I was able to sit on the ledge and swing my legs around. So I could get into the shower, but Mom had to take a sponge bath for the 2 nights that we were there. So she wasn't particularly thrilled. Next time, if they do decide to give us a king suite instead for the retreat price, if we go to the retreat either in spring or fall or both, I'm going to ask for a different room that's a little more accessible, because that way mom can get in and out of the shower and she'll be a little more comfortable. But anyway, the room was really nice. It didn't have a kitchenette per se, but we did have a refrigerator and a microwave and a sink and coffee maker. They had a Keurig coffee maker. Each room had an iron. I don't think the room had a hairdryer in it, but the bed was really nice. We were on the first level, so we didn't have to use the elevator or anything like that. And in fact, our room was 2 doors down from the stitching room, on the same side as the stitching room. So we didn't have very far to walk at all the entire weekend. It was really nice. We really enjoyed the room. I didn't take any pictures or any video of the room to show you what we had, but it was really nice. Mom and I ended up sharing the king-size bed. It was the first time in probably years, since I was probably wee little, that I shared a bed with Mom. But it was a king-size bed. Neither one of us slept really good Friday night. I don't know if it was just being in a weird place, and we just really didn't get very, very good sleep Friday night. Saturday night we got better sleep, but anyway, so the retreat is basically, more or less an unstructured retreat. There's no classes, there's no designers. They keep the cost minimal. They do have a smalls exchange that happened on Saturday. They also had kind of a freebie table of sorts. So what happens is they get a lot of donations and a lot of freebies that people either send in or bring in or have donated, donations from various places. So somebody spends part of Friday and a good chunk of Saturday morning sorting through all the better freebies there and grouping them all into baggies or into little groups. So and everybody's given raffle tickets. You have up to however many raffle tickets. They had, I think, 38 different groupings of free patterns that you could put your raffle tickets in. The raffle tickets were free. You could put one raffle ticket in every bag for every giveaway if you wanted to, and that's how they handled the giveaway. Then once all the raffle tickets were drawn and all the prizes were kept, you could go through your grouping of stuff and decide what you wanted to keep. Once your number came up, you could also decide to if you won multiple ones, you had to decide if you wanted to keep your previous selection or your previous win and take the next one that you won, or keep the one that you had before, and then they would just keep drawing new raffle ticket numbers. It was an interesting process. It took a little bit of time, but it was an interesting process. I think I ended up getting chosen for 3 of the ones that I had, and I kept this bundle that I will go through. There was a couple of things that I ended up dropping back on the freebie table from my bundle that I didn't want. And then one of the ladies from my local needle workshop here in Columbus, Betsy, she was up at the retreat with us too. And there was a couple of things that she wanted that I also wanted part of. So we decided that if I won something, I would give her part of one of the ones that I wanted to keep. And if she won the one thing that we kind of both really wanted part of, she would give me another one. And it actually happened that's what we got. So got to work with Betsy a little bit and swap. So it was kind of nice. So that was Saturday. Then the Smalls Exchange happened after the raffle for the free stuff. So it was kind of nice. Everybody went away with stuff. There was 40 people there was 39 people at the retreat. There were 40 paid attendees, but one lady had to cancel on Friday because she was sick. And so they had, I think, 38 or 39 raffles, and pretty much everybody got something free to take home. So it was kind of nice in that respect. And then, you know, they of course had the leftover freebie tables and stuff. And there was a couple of things that I picked up from there as well. So I will show you that here in a little bit. I took, I think, um, but I didn't start it. Instead, I worked on and finished a whip of mine that I will show you here as well. So I did have a retreat whip finish on Saturday night. Um, I was I was kind of up until about 1:30 in the morning Saturday night. I wanted to get to bed a little early, but it didn't happen that way, mainly because um, I knew I was going to drive 2.5 hours on Sunday to get home, and I wanted to try and get some better sleep Saturday night than I did on Friday night. But I stayed up in the stitching room talking with some of the ladies that I knew. A couple of the ladies that I knew from either Camp Got a Stitch or the Stitching in the Springs retreat that, you know, we all kind of hung out before. Met some new people, got to spend some money, and we went to the local needlework shop. I'm can't remember off the top of my head where it's located, but it's With Needle in Hand Needle Workshop. Mom and I drove over there Saturday afternoon for a bit, wandered around, looked around. It was a cute little shop. I do have a purchase from there, so I will show you that as well. And we just generally had a really good time. We sat and stitched and talked and laughed, and you know, there was some Numa Numa song going on and some Hamtaro hamster dance and what did the fox say and some other stuff going on Saturday night. That was a lot of fun. One of the ladies, Carla, Craft Addict K, here on FlossTube, her middle daughter turned 25 on Friday, and her middle daughter, it was really funny. She had been complaining that being the middle daughter, she always gets left out for birthday celebrations and stuff. So her mom went out and before the retreat started, she went out to like Costco or Sam's Club or someplace and bought like 60 cupcakes, chocolate and 30 chocolate, 30 vanilla. She bought like 60 cupcakes or something, some ungodly amount like that, and put them in the hotel refrigeration thing behind the front counter. And she brought her daughter in. We all surprised and sang happy birthday to her for her 21st birthday, and we all had cupcakes, so that was a lot of fun. And her daughter stuck around for the whole weekend. Her daughter's not a stitcher, but she did bring her crochet. So we had a little birthday party kind of on Friday night for for Carla's daughter, Craft Addict K. Oh, and we just generally had fun. So I shall just go ahead and get into some of the retreat pictures right now. Actually, no, I'm going to leave the retreat pictures to the end of the video. So I'll get into a little bit of kind of an update. So before I left for the retreat, you'll notice that I have glasses on. And if you remember, I think the last video I showed you that I had my pair eyewear glasses. Well, Friday, my order of 3 glass toppers came in. So this one happens to be the Haunted Mansion Ghosts. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. This is the Haunted Mansion Ghosts. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. But this is the Haunted Mansion Ghosts. The other 2 that I got, of course, Hello Kitty. Maybe if I try this. This is Haunted Mansion Ghosts. There we go. The Hitchhiking Ghost from the Haunted Mansion. Then I got Hello Kitty, of course. And then I just got a plain orange checkerboard. Kind of for Halloween, Thanksgiving, spring, whatever. So I've been kind of wearing them through the weekend. I think I had the Hello Kitty ones on all weekend, but I got 3 more toppers for my glasses, and they're just the magnetic toppers. I have the Casper glasses from Pair Eyewear. So I ordered these toppers from a shop on Etsy. I think it's called Creative Specs. I will put the link to their Facebook group where you can order the toppers if you have the glasses from Pear Eyewear. So you can also get on there and order. Fell in love with the Haunted Mansion Hitchhiking Ghosts, so I kind of wanted those for Halloween. So I was really glad to get those and take those to the retreat. So just a little side snippet. All right, so as I said before, I am going to get into some stitching stats for September. So here is my stitching tracking sheet. You will see this is September stitching right here. There's a lot of dashes. There's the entire last week I did not stitch in September. My stitchy bug had left me around that time. So I worked on 8 projects in September with 2 new starts and 1 finish. That's right, I had a new start that was also a finish. That was my Quirky Quaker candy corn. And I am going to actually open up the pictures here. Let me go ahead and do this. All right, bear with me just a minute. Quirky Quaker candy corn. I can't show you the actual piece because I did give it away. Actually, it's really kind of funny too because Betsy from Cross My Heart here in Columbus, Betsy is the one that actually selected my Smalls Exchange piece. So she was able to get that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get this up here for you. So this is the Quirky Quaker candy corn piece that I stitched. Let me go ahead and do this. The video is lagging just a little bit. Okay, I can do that. Here is the back of Quirky Quaker candy corn. Here is the back of Quirky Quaker candy corn. Notice the swirly candy corn pattern. It's really cute. Anyway, I really liked this stitch. It was a nice quick stitch. I used sulky 12-weight threads that I had on hand. I had to order one color from sulky to finish it. I didn't have the yellow color. So anyway, that was my Smalls Exchange piece for the fall stitch-in. The piece that I ended up with, unfortunately, we did not take pictures with each other. For the people that we exchanged our smalls with, I did not take pictures with the lady whose piece that I received. So this was wrapped up really cute in some tissue paper with a really pretty ribbon. So I got this right here. Look at that green spider. It's metallic, but look at that. It's a mushroom with its little green spider. She came up to me, the lady that I got. There was one other one of these that was pretty much exactly the same, but the lady's spider over here was all black instead of green. So there were 2 of these given away from 2 different people. They apparently went to a retreat where this was a class. So they both finished it pretty much the same way, except there were slight differences in the stitching. The variegated floss on the other ladies was not as vivid and bright. The transitions in the colors from blue to purple to green were a lot more subtle on the other one than they were on mine. But she came over. The other one was finished as, I believe, a hanger or a flat fold, or maybe even a pillow. I don't remember exactly. But the other lady came over and brought me a stand. So this is my retreat small. It's on a stand. This was my Smalls Exchange piece. So I have a really nice display piece for Halloween now to go up on my shelf in my living room or someplace. So this was a really nice smalls exchange. I'm really glad I participated. One of the rules for their smalls exchange here is they don't want you to give any extraneous stuff. When you go to someplace like StitchCon and you participate in the smalls exchange, the StitchCon smalls exchange, you get like a household full of stuff to go along with your smalls exchange. This the guidelines for the smalls exchange for the fall stitching, they asked you to keep it basic. They just wanted you to pretty much give your smalls exchange piece and potentially how to display it, a way to display it. That was pretty much it. That is why I went with the little ornament pillow, because you could lay the ornament pillow in a dough bowl. I got the little stand to go with mine. So that was really neat. I'm going to try and put this up here. Hopefully it won't fall down, and hopefully you can see that. So hopefully it won't fall down. But anyway, that is my smalls exchange gift. I do have some pictures of the smalls exchange table showing all the different smalls that were exchanged, but we didn't take pictures with each other. We should have. We didn't take pictures with each other of who got, who our piece went to and who stitched mine. I really, unfortunately, can't quite remember the name of the lady that stitched mine. I feel really bad about that. We talked a lot this weekend, but I just can't remember that. So also in the retreat, there was a couple of ladies selling various things. Black Cat X Stitchery was there. She was selling some of her project bags. I did pick up 2 of the project bags. One of them Mom purchased, the other one I purchased. So I'll be showing you that. Actually, let me go ahead and show you now. So the one that I purchased Saturday night, this is pumpkin spice. So you can see it's got pumpkin coffees, pumpkin muffins, pumpkin pie, pumpkin pastries, everything like that. And it's kind of fall. And it is a vinyl front bag with orange and black pattern inside. So Black Cat X Stitchery, all of her bags come with a little black cat charm, zipper pull. So we have the cat keeps wanting to spin, but the little black cat, this is Black Cat X Stitchery. This is a pumpkin spice. She also had another couple of project bags that use the same fabric, but on one bag, the outside fabric, which this one happens to be the candy, the Halloween candy, and the inside fabric were switched. So she had both types. This one, the spider fabric, is on the inside. Mom saw me looking at these, and Saturday night, when we were kind of wrapping things up before Mom went back to the room to go to bed, Mom picked us each up a project bag. So this is again a Black Cat X Stitchery bag. Mom took the one with the spider fabric on the outside. So Mom's has the spider fabric out here and the candy fabric inside. This one is really kind of cool. I couldn't decide between the 2 of them, which is the reason why I spent money on the pumpkin spice one. Don't really have a generic fall one, so I figured the pumpkin spice bag would be nice. But this is Halloween one that my mom kind of picked up for me. I thought it was really cute. And again, this has the little black cat zipper pull charm, because this is Black Cat X Stitchery. I will put the link to her thing she sells on Facebook. I will put the link to her her store in the description box below. So I did get 2 project bags. One of the other ladies in there, she makes tumblers. She had a bunch of her tumblers for sale. I believe her tumblers were going for $25. The project bags from Black Cat X Stitchery were going for $30. So I ended up with 2 project bags from this weekend. So that was really nice. I did not pick up a tumbler. I was looking at them, but I have quite a few tumblers and stuff that we're kind of working through. And at this point in time, I couldn't justify the expense of the additional tumbler. I really wanted a couple of them, but I couldn't really justify it at this point in time. And I'll go through some of the freebies and stuff that we got this weekend. So Mom and I headed to With Needle in Hand Needle Workshop, kind of nearby. It was about a 25-minute drive from the hotel. They're in Boardman, Ohio. That is their actual address, Boardman, Ohio. Okay. So they had something interesting there that I had never seen. They had this little folio, just a kind of a laminated cardstock type folio. So you open it up, and it's got accordion files in it. And it also has this. This is like a little matchbook style needle, loose needle holder. So it has some felt on the inside that you can attach your needles to, and it folds over. But it's like a matchbook. It's styled after a matchbook. Come on. And this is an accordion file, so you can organize your needle packs. So this was a really interesting find. She had a couple of different styles there, and it has a snap closure. So it's just a little accordion file to organize your needles. So I have a bunch of like John James Petite needle, those little needle containers and stuff that I'm going to hopefully use this for. So this was a neat little purchase. I think I've never seen this before. So that was kind of a neat purchase. Another thing that I saw at with Needle in Hand was mini stretcher bars. So here is a thin set of 6-inch and 7-inch stretcher bars. They didn't have two of the 6-inch ones, so I got one 6-inch and one 7-inch pair. You need 2 pair in order to make the stretcher bars to use for perforated paper kits. So I have a lot of Milka kits. I'll show you this. They're kind of these size. They're like the buttons and beads ones with the house and, you know, all the nativity sets and stuff like that. They all come with 6 by 6 inch perforated paper. So these ones are extra special because they're super thin. They're thinner than normal stretcher bars. That's why they're called mini. And I'd never seen the mini ones. Didn't even know they made the mini ones. So I'm hoping that this will allow me to give a little extra room around my perforated paper, the perforated paper that come in the Mill Hill packs, so I can use more of the perforated paper and I don't have to move them around to finish the edge stitching on my perforated paper pieces. So I'm hoping to use these. Hopefully the 6 and 7-inch will work pretty well for me, and they'll do what I need. And if I really like the mini ones, I'm going to be ordering some more. So I got those. And as I showed, I got the Jim Shore. This is one of the new gnomes for 2023. This is the Owl Gnome. Look at that. The Owl Gnome. Isn't he cute? This is a Jim Shore kit. And it comes with the floss, the beads, and the perforated paper. I think it's white perforated paper, or it's painted white. Might be an off green. But here are the different gnomes that you can get in this series, or the other gnomes that you can get in the series. There are 6 of them for this year. But I went with the owl gnome. I thought he was cute. I had not yet seen this series of gnomes, so I just thought that was cute. Then I got the Buttons and Beads Haunted Cottage. The only one that I have in the Haunted series right now, I believe, is Wanda's Wands. So I did pick up the Haunted Cottage. Again, this is a full kit with the floss. Look at that pumpkin button in there, you guys. It's got a pumpkin button in there. The perforated paper, the beads, everything you need to stitch it. And then, so they had a couple of clearance baskets that you could thumb through, like just various laying around. And I hadn't seen this design. This is from Hands on Design. It's called Luminaria Lane. I hadn't seen this design, so I picked it up. It was marked down to $3.50. Looks like from $6. Yeah, it was marked down from $6 to $3.50. This is Luminaria Lane. I thought this was kind of interesting because if you look at the houses and you look at the street, you see those little yellow luminaries that are lining along the trees in the hills. So every year at Christmas and whenever we have a special event going on, I like to put luminaries out. So my mom drinks a lot of milk, and she she gets half gallons. So I have a lot of half-gallon milk jugs that I have cut the tops off right around the handle, and I use those as my luminaries. I'll fill the bottom up with some sand, and I'll get those little LED flickering tea lights and drop them in there, and they run for hours and hours. They probably run for a couple of days if I'd let them go that long. But especially on Christmas Eve, I like to put luminaries out. It looks really, really pretty. I don't know if I have any pictures of the luminaries from Christmas. I don't know if I do or not. Let's see. Do I have some luminaries out? I don't think I do. All right, bear with me just a minute. That is some snow. Get rid of that. Yeah, I don't think I have luminaries on Christmas Eve. That's Christmas Day. Yeah. Yep. Bear with me just a minute. Okay, I'm back, and I did actually find some pictures of luminaries for you. So this is the luminaries at my house. This is in front of my mailbox. This is my mailbox right here, and you can see the luminaries. This was taken 2 years ago. I have since added more luminaries to our display. This is in front of our house. So I have luminaries now that can line both sides of our driveway. You see our cars right here. I have luminaries that can line both sides of our driveway. And then this is the other side going to our neighbor's house. So I probably actually have enough luminaries that if I don't line my driveway on both sides, I can probably line in front of both of my neighbors' houses completely. This was from 2 years ago, though. And here you can see this is a neat video of them twinkling. And that's kind of what the little flickering tea lights looks like. So I like to do this on Christmas Eve. So yeah. And then there's the other looks pretty impressive. But yes, I do that on Christmas Eve. All right. Anyway. But so I picked this up just because I like to think we live on Luminary Lane. So, anyway, it's hands-on design, Luminaria Lane. So this is something that I'm hoping to stitch sometime soon because I really love the look of luminaries. Little snippet. When I first came to Ohio back in the early 90s, I came to Ohio in 92. My first Christmas here, I was living with the person that I came here for. We were living at his parents' house. We still hadn't found a place to move out. And in their neighborhood, they lived on a dead-end cul-de-sac. And one of their neighbors had, over many, many years, collected enough luminaries to line both sides of the street sidewalks around the cul-de-sac, basically around their whole dead-end area. It was, it went around a bend, so that whole area was nothing but luminaries. And he also had enough stuff to line everybody's driveway on both sides and everybody's walkway leading up to their front porches. So if you can imagine a whole entire street completely lined with luminaries, I've always thought that was very beautiful. He'd kind of hire the neighborhood kids to help him and to help him get them lit. And people would donate, you know, the tea lights and whatnot to him in order to help him keep them lit. And I think people kind of helped keep their own luminaries lit. So it's very beautiful, which is kind of where I get the inspiration. So throughout the year, whenever we drink milk, drink apple cider, you know, drink lemonade out of a milk jug, you know, whenever we get those half gallon milk jugs, I always stack them up in the garage, clean them out, take the labels off of them, cut the tops off of them when I get ready to do it, fill them with sand, put them out. It's kind of my thing. I really like doing that. I think it's really beautiful and it looks great. I haven't had any of my neighbors in our new neighborhood say much to me about it. But I'm hoping that they really like it. I'm hoping that they see it. But yeah, I really like luminaries. So that's one of the reasons why I did pick up Luminary Lane. So that is all the purchases. So I will now get into some of the fun stitching things that we got this weekend. Okay. I think I did put them all in this bag. All right. So when we first walked in, everybody was given a nice little notebook that has the Western PA and Eastern Ohio cross stitchers group. Just a nice little leather bound notebook that everybody could use. We were also given a Shareables twistable crayon that we could use for highlighting over the weekend. We were given little mascara wand things that you could use for when you frog. You can use the bristles on it to remove the little fuzzies off of things that you have to frog from your fabric. Attached to some of this stuff, we got a set of fall floss drops with these cool little pumpkins stuff on them. So we got a set of fall floss drops. Somebody else was passing out these baggies. The baggies, everything in this bag isn't what came in this bag. I just shoved everything that I got over the weekend in here. We got these clover seam rippers that are really nice sized. One of the other ladies was passing out tassels that she had made. She had been gifted some a bunch of floss, like unlabeled floss and loose floss, that a friend of hers had given her because her health is declining and she can no longer stitch. So the lady gifted her basically pretty much all of her cross stitch supplies. So she took the lady's floss that she had and she made tassels for everybody. She said she found a tutorial online. So she made tassels for everybody. That was really nice. I chose this fall color tassel. So I don't know if, and the interesting thing is that the tassel has a metal clip at the top, and you can attach it to scissors or a project bag or whatnot. I may actually this could be a good idea. I may actually attach it here. Maybe. Okay. All right. I am going to be attaching it to my pumpkin spice project bag. get this up here, get this down here, and there we go. So I now have a pretty fall tassel on my project bag. I'm probably going to have to turn it around so the little leaf faces the right way. But yes, I do have a fall tassel now on my project bag. That is really kind of cool. So there we have it, the little fall tassel. That's actually perfect. Yep, matches that just perfect. Another lady had gifted everybody these beaded project bag or scissor fobs. Project bag fob or scissor fobs. We got, another lady had the little needle minders, magnetic needle minders. So that was pretty cool. So I got a stocking. Somebody was giving those away. So I mentioned that for the freebie drawing, Betsy had won a 2-pack of these scissor fob kits that came with scissors. And since there were 2 kits, each with a pair of scissors in her prize, we had said before the thing, if she or I won the scissors, we'd split the scissors and I would get a pair of scissors. So these are the scissors that I got from the freebie giveaway. And these are from Pakistan. But it was a scissor fob kit, and I put the actual scissor fob kit part without the scissors. I kept the scissors because I kind of wanted the scissors. They're really, really cute, you know, really sharp. I kind of wanted the scissors for myself, but I didn't want the scissor fob because I was never going to put it together. It wasn't quite my style. So anyway, I took the scissors. So that came from the freebie. That was what we got through there. I did get another little needle minder. Somebody had made a bunch of fall leaves out of wood, needle minders. So we did get that. And then somebody else gifted me the project card that I could attach to a project bag. And these are kind of nice because they're just sleeves. You can take out the project card and fill it out, put it back in here, and reuse the sleeves. So that was actually really nice. So we did get quite a few freebies. One of the things that I picked up off the freebie table, and I didn't quite know what it was until I went and watched Craft Addict K's more recent video from a week or two ago. So I saw this thing sitting on the freebie table. Didn't know what it was. It was in this baggie. But there were these. And these are 3D printed. So they're 3D printed plastic. So essentially what these are for your Q-snaps. So you put this around each side of your Q-snap. And then you take your frame, your stitching frame, like your K's Creation lap stand, or your floor frame, if it has a clamp on it. And you put your Q-snap in here. You put this around there, and then your clamp for your frame clamps onto these, so it doesn't clamp onto your Q-snap, and your Q-snap won't continue to roll this way and move in your floor stand. So when I watched her video, I went back Saturday morning. I watched her video late Friday night. I couldn't sleep. So I was watching her video just to see what she had watched because she had told me her name on Friday night, and I went and watched her video because I knew I'd seen her before. She looked rather familiar. I just didn't know her channel. So I went and watched her most recent video, and she was talking about her husband making these. And this pair was sitting on the freebie table because it's a little wonky. Their 3D printer had messed up with this. But I picked it up and I let her know Saturday afternoon that I had picked this off of the freebie table. And she said, well, I have 2 others. And so she brought me 2 more pair, or 2 more sets of the needle minders. So the 3D printing job, you can see here, it's it's broken a little. But anyway, you put your fabric, you put your Q-snap in there. This holds your Q-snap, and your frame holds this on, so it your Q-snap will not move. I am definitely, most definitely giving one of these to Mom, because Mom puts her Q-snap in her floor frame. So we have 3 sets of these. I don't know which one Mom will want. She'll probably want the purple and blue one, I'm guessing. She may want the gray one or the black one. But anyway, we have these. These are from Craft Addict K. She had these available. So she wasn't, I think she said on her video she wasn't sure she was going to sell them because they're still kind of in the prototype phase and in the testing phase. But kind of keep an eye out for something like that. That's kind of a neat thing that came up from the retreat. All right. So some of the things I got from the freebie table, I picked up this P. Buckley Moss pattern. I had gotten a stash of P. Buckley Moss patterns from an estate sale. I can't remember for sure if this pattern was included in that, but I'm going to check through my stash of P. Buckley Moss patterns and see if this pattern is in there. But this was on the freebie table that I happened to pick up. My freebie thing was this packet of patterns and stuff, and it came with a little metal tray thing that was kind of a primitive tray with a little I don't know, with a little front piece that went across. So it was almost like a stand-up book holder type thing. And Betsy was really interested in the metal frame, or the metal book holder frame thing, because she could do a lot of finishing with it. So when I happened to win it, I kept it, and she happened to win the scissor thing. So we decided to swap. I gave her the metal piece, and I kept most of what was in my thing. So this was the bag included with the metal tray that I gave to Bessie. This was my retreat giveaway haul. So in this bag, there was all these patterns. There was also this other little bag. In this little bag, there were 2 small pieces of perforated paper. It'll make a little more sense when I get to the rest. And there was also this little sled. I have finished I was in the Annie's Let's Go Sledding ornament thing last year, I believe. It was either last year or the year before last. I do not have any of these sleds to finish any of my sled projects. But, so, we got the perforated paper and we got the sled. In this was also a Lizzie Kate snippet pattern for 3 sled patterns for perforated paper. That Christmas mug is cute, the cardinal's cute, and the peppermints are cute. So I got peppermint sleds. I got Foxwood Crossings cross-stitch designs. This is called Frosty Grants. Frosty Grants. And look at those sleds. So I got the sled patterns for that. And then I got Christmas Friends. This is from Sue Hillis Designs. Charts and finishing instructions. This is how to finish these pieces for sleds. Yep. And there's a whole series of these sled patterns. So inside it has full finishing instructions on how to finish your sleds and even the templates for how to do it. But that's to finish them this way with the fabric and the rickrack and all that. Most generally, let me see if I can show you. Where is the Lizzie Kate thing? There it is. Most generally, you're just going to finish them by cutting out the perforated paper just like this and backing it and then sticking it onto the sled. So we got the perforated paper. I got the perforated paper, the Lizzie Kate pattern, and a sled. So I have my first sled, so that's really good. So that was part of my thing. Also, the interesting thing is the other thing that was in my freebie table win was, you know, I just recently into punch needle. I got a punch needle kit in mine. I was really excited about this. So I got the Countdown to Christmas from Pine Mountain Designs. This kit contains ornaments 24 and 23. This is a punch needle ornament kit to count down the days until Christmas. So this one is the Christmas tree. It's kind of coming out dark. And the ornament. So it comes with the floss, the finishing fabric wool, and also the weaver's cloth that has the design already on it, and it tells you here what DMC to use and gives you instructions. So I actually have a full punch needle kit also for Christmas now. I'm really excited about this. This was all for free. So this was a great find for me. So I was able to come home with a sled that I actually need, and a few more sled designs, and the punch needle kit. So that was totally exciting. We also got a free little kit thing that somebody had passed out that I don't know where my free little kit part is. It's probably in the bottom of the bag somewhere, and I just don't feel like getting it out. I'm sorry this is going to be so long. It's going on 54 minutes. Alright, I think that's it for that. I'll get all this stuff together so I can take this back upstairs. A couple other things on the freebie tables that I did pick up. I picked up this lavender and lace. This is Angel of Mercy. This was on the freebie table. Angel of Mercy by Lavender and Lace. I'm not sure I have this in my stash. I may already, but this might be just a giveaway. There was a couple others out there that almost all the other ones I knew I already had. So I just kind of picked up this one because I wasn't really sure I had this one on hand already. But if I do have this on hand, it will be a giveaway at a later time. So I'll put that over there. There was also these two little booklets. These came from Craftways. The first one is Cute Christmas Pets. I liked it because of this cat that says Kitty Treats, and also this cat and dog down here. And then the second one are these festive Christmas sweaters. Again, this is a little Craftways booklet. I think these came with the Craftways hardcover books. These were additional little inserts that they had. One was from this one is from 2018. This one is from 2019. So I'm assuming they came with the books, the hardcover books, the Craftways Home for Christmas book type things. This was another freebie pattern that I had picked up off the freebie table. This is from White Willow Stitching. It's called Morning Coffee. One of the ladies was stitching the White Willow Stitching one that has the cat. It's very reminiscent of Buttercup designs, but she had the black hat one. And it's the same thing. It has this very colorful border, but I just thought the coffee was really cute too. Very reminiscent of Buttercup designs. This is original design by Jamie Larson, and it was from White Willow Stitching, so that was on the freebie table. I also picked up Teresa Wensler's Carousel. This was on the free table. This is Teresa Wensler's Carousel pattern. This was originally a $5 pattern from Leewards back in the day. But yeah, Teresa Wensler's Carousel. I don't think I have this pattern anywhere in any of the books, the Teresa Wensler best of books that I have. So that is what I picked up. All right. Oh, here's the free kit. So we got fabric and Ada and a couple of charms. I'm not going to take the charms out, but we got a couple of charms down here. One is a crown and one is a cross. And we got some sunflower backing fabric and some Ada. Oh, and there's also a butterfly. There's also a little butterfly down in here. But we did get some Ada and some sunflower fabric. or at least mine is sunflower. But we got the Ada and sunflower. And the free pattern that we were given to go along with this, I just had it. Where'd it go? There it is. So we were given the Fall Retreat Pattern B pillow. And we were also given the spool. Use fall foliage for all remaining back stitches. And the so we were given the pillow and the spool patterns. So here's the spool pattern. It says Fall Stitch and Retreat, East Ohio, West PA, Niles, Ohio, 2023. And also, so there's that, and then the pillow pattern is the same. Fall 2023 Retreat, Niles, Ohio. So we have those for our stitching retreat bags, or stitching retreat kits. Anyway, so that is what we got. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get on with the kind of the stitchy updates. So at the retreat, I had planned on having possibly 2 finishes. I was going to work on the Ink Circles Breast Cancer Mandala, and I was going to try and finish the Candy Corn House by Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting. I did not work on the Breast Cancer Mandala, but I do have a finish of the Pinker and Pumpkin Candy Corn House. You can find this on Pinker and Pumpkin's blog. So this was my retreat finish. This is called Candy Corn House. I do have a conversion. I did not use the called for DMC. Instead, I used a combination of Romy's Creations flosses and also Victorian Motto in these colors here. If you're interested in my conversion, I can give you the colors that I used. But anyway, I do have the finish. I didn't bring my project board down here. This is on a piece of 28 count Picture This Plus shale. I do have a bunch of Pinker and Pumpkin's patterns that I have downloaded. Let me go ahead and move this over here. So if you go to Pinker and Pumpkin blogspot.com, Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting. Here is their blog. So it's you can't really see this. Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting and Stitching. She has a lot of salt box houses. If you look here, this first picture here with the 3 houses in the background, the 2 salt box houses are freebies on her blog. She's got a whole slew of salt box houses that she has for free. Candy Corn House is one of the ones on her blog that I finished stitching. I have not been a primitive stitcher, and I am not. Up until I came across the blog, I think it was last year, I had not been a primitive stitcher nor a salt box stitcher, but I saw this one and it really caught my eye, so I printed it out from her blog, and I got some stuff and I started stitching it. I had the Victorian Motto flosses, picked them out. This was last year. I started this in the fall of last year, and the more I started stitching on it, the more I started falling in love with the salt box style house. I don't know if this is a true salt box house, but I started falling in love with these patterns, and I went down the rabbit hole on the blog, and I saved all of them. I don't know off the top of my head how many salt box houses they have. Let me see. I might be able to figure that out. So on her blog, she's got salt box houses. I'm counting quite a bit. Quite a bit. Yeah, probably a good 20 or 30 of them on her blog. And this piece of Picture This Plush Shale, somebody at the retreat asked me if I was going to stitch more of her houses on this. And I think I might, actually, especially some of the fall ones. I think I might stitch them on the rest of this fabric. This is a 28 count. It means that let's see. Where's Candy Corn House? So here is the cover sheet for the Candy Corn House. The stitch design is 67 by 69. So all of these houses are going to be roughly, generally the same size within a few stitches. So I could very easily, I should have moved this closer up to the corner now that I know, but I can very easily get several more of these houses by Pinker and Punkin on this piece of shale. Now this is, what size is this? This is roughly 4 inches by 4 inches. This is 4 by 4.5. Just over 4 by 4.5 inches, roughly, give or take. So I could very easily stitch more of the, especially the fall ones, here. She's got another one. These are free on her blog. So one of the other ones I'm thinking about stitching is the Crow Creek salt box from her. This is the Crow Creek salt box. You can see it's got pumpkins. This one is Pinker and Punkin quilting. You can probably see that a little easier. This one's 65 by 70. Do that. Then we have, let's see what's another. This one's another one. This is Autumn's salt box. This is Autumn's salt box. So you can see the pumpkins down below. She's got some really cute ones out here. And these are all free on her blog. So you'll need to go to her blog to see that. She's got a couple of Thanksgiving ones. This is Turkey Manor. Really cute. So yeah, I have a lot of these downloaded and saved. This is Turkey Holler. Really cute. Oh. This is Turkey Holler. Really cute. So yeah, you can go to Pinker and Punkin quilting and download these. They're all for free. She's also got mason jars and trucks and all kinds of stuff. I have a whole folder on my desktop now that has a good many of her free patterns, or their free patterns. I should call them they because I'm not sure 100% if they're male or female. I'm assuming, I assumed female, but I could be wrong. And they could identify as something else. So anyway, you go to Pinker and Punkin quilting blog and you can find these patterns. I will put a link to their website. So this was my finish this weekend, and that was pretty much the only update, the only stitching update that I had. I didn't stitch pretty much the entire week beforehand. I worked on a little punch needle on Thursday night before we left because I'm trying to finish up an Easter chick so I can get that off of my frame and start something for fall or even the Christmas. I don't know if I showed this last time, but I did have a start on the Satsuma Street 4 Elements. You've probably been familiar with this, the 4 Elements stitch along that's been going on. I don't know if I showed this last time. I did have a very small start. You can see I started with the wispy clouds that are up at the top above the birds. So I did have a very light start. I think there's only about 103 stitches in this. So I don't know if I showed that last time or not. If I didn't, there you go. But that was, I took it to the retreat, but I didn't stitch on it. The only thing I stitched on was the candy corn house. I put 660 stitches in the candy corn house. And then this was the new start that I had planned on taking and starting. I had been wanting to get these for a while. This is the Stitching with the Housewives wreath swap, and home is where the wreath is. For the home is where the wreath is. So basically you have this display that says home, and you stitch the wreaths to go in them. So I have that, and I have the fabric, the chalkboard fabric, and I have the flosses, the classic colorwork flosses for a couple of the autumn patterns, like the Halloween pattern here, the Thanksgiving pattern here, and I'm probably going to do the Christmas one. So I'm going to start with those and hopefully get those stitched. But I got enough fabric that I can do all of the O's. I'm going to be doing them on 40 count over 2 because I'm going to make them tiny. No, these are going to be 28. This on 28 count, black, casual linen. I'm going to be doing them over 1. 28 count. So over 1, they're going to be about 2.5 by 2.5. So I'm going to be making them really, really tiny because I saw somebody at the Stitching in the Springs retreat doing hers, I think, on 25 count or 28 count, and they were really tiny. So that's what I'm going to be doing. This is probably going to be a start in October for me. I'm also hoping to get the breast cancer mandala done, but that's pretty much all I have. I did take some more needle minders with me this weekend, and I gave some away, and I'm in the process of making some more. I had a couple of Dunkin' Donuts cups that got taken. I had a baby Grogu needle minder that got taken, but here's my stack of needle minders that I made using the Perler Melty beads. I have a Switch, Nintendo Switch. This is a Sanrio My Melody. This is an Animal Crossing leaf. Here's a Starbucks cup, rainbow cup. Here's a Bunny Peep. Here's a Mario Ghost little donut. This is a different Starbucks cup. I have a little booty. I have another little booty. And a little peep. I also have some needle minders. I did not give any of my needle minders out this weekend, but I also did come up with a couple of round needle minders. This one's kind of like an eyeball. So if you look here, it's got the hole at the bottom. This is just a round one that's 3 different colors that I made. So these are just my flash drop prototypes. Again, here's my Pop-Tart, and then just the candy corns and whatnot. I did get, on Thursday night, I did get the clear ironing film. So with the flash drops, I do, I don't know if you can see this, it's kind of shiny. So I re-ironed the backs of these to make them shinier. So hopefully the Sharpie pens, when you go to erase the color that you write on them with Sharpie marker, with rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizer, it does come off better. Somebody else also suggested, and I knew this, but somebody else also suggested that if you write on them with permanent marker, to get the number off, you can also use a dry erase marker. It works the same on stuff like this. I'm not sure how that method works, but on dry erase boards, if you ever write accidentally on a dry erase board with permanent marker, you can use a dry erase marker right over the permanent marker and just wipe it right off. The dry erase marker will lift the permanent marker off of a dry erase board. So I don't know if that same thing will apply to the plastic from the melting beads, but anyway, I do have more needle minders coming up. I made 4 Dunkin' Donuts and 4 Grogu's. I'm going to be, over the next couple of weeks, making some more needle minders. I have different ideas in mind for the needle minders and floss drops, and hopefully taking them to the Stitching in the Springs retreat with me in November, so I can give more of those away. So that is pretty much all the retreat wrap up I do have for you, and all the stuff that I have to show you. I was going to go through this. This is a binder of more free stuff that I got, including Cricut collection patterns. This was out of a magazine. This is I believe, a Lizzie Kate. Keep Christmas in Your Heart. Just a bunch of different free patterns that I picked up off of the freebie table that you can see here. Cinnamon Stick Santa. I thought that was really cute. Wishing Me Memories. Again, these came off the freebie table. This is from Mosey and Me. Merry Christmas. Frank from Mosey and Me passed away. He was on the one home designer show where you could get a home designer to come in and do a room with you, and you'd swap rooms with your neighbors, and the designers would help you guys work on the rooms. Frank Bielek, Frank, what? Oh, it's on Trading Spaces. My husband's telling me. Sorry. I couldn't remember the name of the show, but he was on Trading Spaces. He was part of Mosey and Me. He has since passed away, and I don't think their patterns are being released anymore, but you can still find them in places. Anyway, thank you for telling me that it was at Trading Spaces. Then there's this one here, the Stony Creek, St. Nick. I also got this Lizzie Kate, Santa's Wish List. These are things I just picked up off the freebie table this weekend. And then the 1998 Sampler Ornament, Starry Night, designed by Sandra Sullivan. Designs that reflect our American heritage. These are really cute. Kind of going along with the primitive salt box kind of things. So, just a bunch of extra stuff I did pick up. And I also got this 3-ring binder. The 3-ring binder had most of the stuff already in it. Went through, picked out stuff I didn't really want to keep, and took the 3-ring binder. So those are what I got this weekend, and it was a lot of fun. Don't really have much else going on. Just gonna get through some stitching groups this next few weeks, and hopefully get some stuff finished, some stuff ready to go for the next retreat in November. Working on some punch needle. I did get the new Lego Christmas village set this year, the Alpine House. So I have to come up with some time over the next 2 months to sit and put together about 8 Christmas Lego village sets. Don't know when I'm going to do that, but I have a lot to put together. Got some stitching that I need to do, got some finishing I need to do, just generally have a bunch of stuff to do, get ready for the holidays, and yeah. I also have an update for you later on about our bathroom, because while Mama and I were gone for the retreat, my husband and his brother worked on fixing our bathroom, and so we have a new tub area surround, and new tub fixtures, like we have a rain shower head and some new fixtures in the tub. So it's really pretty, and it's really great, and it's better than having the big hole in our wall that we had for a few months. So yeah, they got that all fixed up. We're still finishing up the little drywall patching that we have to do, and then once that is done, we'll probably pick out some paint and paint in there. So a little bit of bathroom remodel sort of going on, and that's about it. So that's all I have for you this week. Sorry this video is going to be long, not so sorry, but got a lot to share with you. So hopefully you'll enjoy the stitching retreat wrap-up videos and whatnot that I have to show you. There's also a little special snippet in there. I found right next to the hotel and part of the hotel grounds is a little really, really old cemetery. Most everybody in the cemetery passed away in the early to mid 1800s. So there's a lot of historical things there. You'll see the little walkthrough video that I did in the cemetery on Friday afternoon after finding that out. And also probably hear a little bit of the discussion that I had with the front desk about the cemetery. So that was kind of an interesting little side tidbit. Yeah, just hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the snippets from the retreat that follow this. And we will see you hopefully in another week and a half or so. My next video is slated to be recorded next week. Hopefully I'll have some more stitchy updates for you. Might be a short video because I might not have any updates, but we shall see if my stitchy bug kind of returns. All right, so take care. Keep your head up and keep moving forward because that's all we can do. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye. So hi FlossTube friends, this is Tina Frazier coming to you from Warren, Ohio. I am in Warren, Ohio this weekend for the Western PA, Eastern Ohio Fall Stitch and Retreat. We are at the Holiday Inn Express here in Warren/Niles, Ohio. And I'm sitting in the little patio area. You can see the fishies in the pond. I'm sitting in the little patio area. So we have this nice, neat little patio area. There's the hotel. And the sunroom area there is where the indoor hot tub is. And the glassy windows right there on the first floor are the swimming pool area. But I figured I'd come to you from the fountain with the fishies today just to say hi from my stitching retreat here this weekend in Warren, Ohio. Mom and I made the drive. Today's Friday, October 6th. It's sometime after about 5, probably close to 5:30 p.m. We just got done eating dinner down the hill at Perkins Restaurant. And we're getting ready to sit and stitch for a while and just kind of relax and hang out. So not really a whole lot going on. I'll be kind of popping in and out to kind of give you guys a little view of the hotel, but I thought you'd like to see the fish and the fountain here at the Holiday Inn Express in Warren, Ohio. So enjoy. FlossTube friends, this is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Thursday, October 12th at approximately 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Just coming to you today with a real quick little update. I wanted to get this in for this video that I'm going to be uploading for you to let you know that I got something in the mail yesterday. Prior to last weekend's retreat, I had watched Vic Gable's Stitchin' Button here on YouTube, her latest FlossTube video, and I happened to win her giveaway, one of her giveaways, and I got the giveaway pattern in the mail yesterday. I just wanted to share this with you real quick. So she was giving away a couple of different patterns. I put in the code word for her Heart and Hand Pumpkins Galore pattern, and she sent it to me late last week. So this was the giveaway pattern that I won from Vic Gable Stitchin' Button here on YouTube. So I just kind of wanted to show this to you so I could put this in my stash and not hold on to it until next week's video. So I just wanted to add that in here. I am wearing my one of my new toppers. I decided to go with orange to kind of go along with my purple hair today, the orange checkers. So I am feeling a little bit of orange fall today, and it kind of also goes along with the pumpkins, don't you think? Anyway, so I just wanted to show you that I did get this. Don't know what my plans are going to be for the next week and a half or so, but I will hopefully get another video up next week with some stitching updates and whatnot for you. Other than that, that's all I have for you, and hopefully you've enjoyed this video installment of the retreat and retreat wrap-up video that I did. I am also going to be uploading a quick little video that I took at the little cemetery that is on the hotel property. So hopefully you'll be watching, you'll watch that if you're into historical cemeteries and a little bit of ghost hunting stuff. So anyway, I just thought I'd give you a little heads up. That's all I really have for you now. Hopefully you'll get something out of this video and you'll continue watching. Thank you very much for stopping by, and we'll see you soon. Remember, keep your head up and keep moving forward, because that's really all you can do in this lifetime. And we'll catch you soon, all right? Bye.